Peacefully. He's the president of the republic. He must be accorded the respect that is due him. Don't worry about me. I'm okay.
And show our team in Bonn that no party will boast over us in this country. If they made them vex, let them go build one bridge, and every bridge they build will build 2 more bridges. When it says any rule, and you take the challenge, I'm challenging Senator Moe. Let me call your name. I'm telling you, if you build 5 miles of road in Bonn County, I will build 20 miles of road. He is the man who is sitting down over. Listen to this. Every year we divide money. The legislature is the one that can say, get the money. You're telling one, you're going to do this. You're telling one, you're going to do this. Last year, 2024, the legislature divided $800 million US. Senator Moe was one of the presidents that was sitting on top of that decision as Ways and Means chairman. The thing you bring to your country, somebody can bring that one, then you won't fight that person. This year again, another 800 million. So for the last 2 years since President Boga became president, Liberia has approved $1.6 billion US. How much of that money did you see in Bonn County? How much of it you see in Bonn County? When you believe it, when somebody tell you that the person that is dividing that money is one of yours, then you want to fight somebody who comes to your door, and then you make it to lawyer that your farm and went to. Bonn County is not your farm.
Per kilometer, which they seem like cheaper is actually just a single linear road. The question you asked about the finance bill, the telephone, I'm sure the Minister of Finance spoke about that.
President Boga would never do that. He would never rob this country, I can assure you.
Mr. Chairman, is your government corrupt? Oh, it's going to answer that one.
Okay. But for information purposes, the public funds earlier mentioned the summary of shareholder loans. And shareholder loans doesn't necessarily mean shareholders coming up immediately with that amount of money. But they can give us some of their other through recapitalizing their shares when there's a call for cash, or they can give us some of their dividends, or they can agree to take loans that are distributed proportionally.
Is that the same proposal that Eagle Mark and Keystone proposed to us back when this Senate rejected it?
No, this is different.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a pleasure to be here once more, folks, to serve you another dish of breakfast here this morning. 107.5, 101.1, and via our various social media platforms. We live on Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, and via our YouTube channel. It's beautiful Wednesday morning. Today happens to be the 5th day of the month of November, AD 2025, and gradually, the year is coming to an end. As a matter of fact, we are left with 1 month, 26 days to go in this year. As of today, 8 weeks, we've got to go 56 days. We've got to go in this year. And of course, we've got 1,344 hours to go. And I know usually at the end of the year, here in Liberia, resolutions are made, post called on the radio, post go. So there are various denominations to make resolutions, those things that they hope to achieve in the new year. And I know a lot of you made resolutions last year or at the beginning of this year. And I'm sure some people have already achieved some of those resolutions they made. Some are in the process of achieving. Some have not yet achieved. Some have given up. But it's never, 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 never too late. It's never too late. All you need to do is to be, you need to be determined. You need to be steadfast. You need to be persistent and consistent. And once you bear those attributes, definitely there's a high possibility of achieving those resolutions. I don't care how big they are. What is true that, you know, we are encouraged to dream big. Sometimes we need to dream realistically. Yeah. You can look at a mountain like Mount Nimba. You're not able to move Mount Nimba. You don't have the strength. You don't have that power to do that. And you say you make a resolution that hopefully by next year you will move Mount Nimba from where it is in Yikepa to Gompa Center, Nimba County. You know, that's an unrealistic resolution or goal, right? Yeah, so it's good to dream big. I'm not in any way discouraging you from dreaming big. But what, you know, you dream big. The big dream must be achievable, must be realistic. Yeah, because most often if you dream and then you don't achieve your dream, sometimes it undermines your confidence, it undermines your self-esteem, and out of that. And I mean, it makes some people not to even dream anymore. So, folks, welcome to Rita. This is the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. My name is Yekezi Zwoubel. I'm here to serve you a very, very palatable and scrumptious breakfast for now until 10 o'clock. And I hope to be joined by Sylvester Wowie. And together, we going to be providing our own perspectives about some of the national training issues in Liberia. Too many issues happening in the country, and we'll be delving into some of those issues. One of the big news has to do with the CMC's Bong County bridge plan being blocked. Yeah, that entire initiative has been blocked by the government. According to the government, they have a plan to construct that particular bridge that the CMC has, thought of, constructing for the citizens of Bong County. What might have played out? Is it politics? What is it? But the CMC is yet to respond. I spoke to a couple of their officials this morning, and they will come up with their response to the government's decision to block that entire initiative. Maybe block may be a harsh word, but according to the government says they already have planned to construct that bridge. So the CMC should look another way. So now, if you want to construct, if you want to undertake any initiative, especially as a political institution, you need to do your own background check to know whether the government has already earmarked that initiative for that particular project for implementation and all of that. But this man take on this. We will talk about it later on. But I think when it comes to initiative of such, we should do away with politics. Politics should be abolished, especially when it comes to an initiative that's going to benefit the citizens of a particular area, of the citizens of Liberia. That bridge has been, lying over there for, that particular road has been like that for a couple of years, and a political institution decides to undertake a project to construct that bridge to, enable the citizens of that area, to fly through. They've been facing adversities, hard time with that particular bridge. The road network has been cut off because of, that particular area. And now CMC decides we're going to initiate a bridge project here, and then out of the blue, the government comes and says they have a plan. They have a plan. Well, my take is anything that has to do with anything that's beneficial to the citizens must not be politicized. Anything that is beneficial to the citizens must not be politicized. I do hope that the government will go in swiftly. As I said, they already have a plan to undertake that project. I hope they will go swiftly to undertake that project. Apparently the CMC had planned to do so. I hope they're not going to wait. And at the end of the day, they don't even carry out that project. But I think for the fact that they have come up now, to say that they have planned for it, I think they will do it, because if they don't do that, the citizens of that particular constituency, they are going to actually, get irritated. They will be angry with them. So I do know that, somehow, somewhat, they will try their best, to undertake the bridge project. But what I see is politics. We do know the politics that's playing out. I just think that, anything that is beneficial to the citizens or citizens of Liberia must not be politicized. Liberia is for anyone. It's for everyone, in fact. So everybody, whether you are opposition, in position, or no position, you must be given that opportunity to contribute to the growth and development of your country, and that process should not be stored by even the government or any person, because they are in position. So Sylvester Wowi is here. He will come on live. Once he comes on live, yes, we discuss some of these issues here this morning. But folks, first off, this morning we will bring you our regular transportation fares, so that the fares from Monrovia to the various county capitals and other major areas in the various counties. We also bring you the latest exchange rates from the Central Bank of Liberia, and then we will continue our education on the vehicle and traffic law of Liberia. Yesterday we talked about a license requirement, which is on subchapter B, section 2.20, and we also talk about persons exempt from license requirement, which is section 2.21. And today we'll be talking about persons disqualified from receiving licenses. These information are very important for people to know because most people don't even know the traffic laws of Liberia. Most people don't know that. So it's important that, you know, every morning when we sit here, we provide you some education, you know, to be able to inform you about what you need to know about the vehicle and traffic law of Liberia. Okay, so this morning we like to recognize those of you watching us live on Spoon TV. Yep, Wallace Sindu is watching from Boston, Margibi County. Wallace, thanks for watching. Lebe Tamba is watching as well. Davis Jackson is watching. Anthony Johnson is watching. Jonathan S. Sansu Senior is watching. Anthony W. Dablo is watching. Emmett Hammond is watching. We also have Amos Mogo watching this morning. Collison Smartest Kakula is watching this morning. Daga Page is watching. It says, good morning from FDA. Jonathan is watching. George F. Toll Jr. is watching. Joseph Clark is watching. Good morning to all of you watching us this morning. And we'd like to say welcome to the Today Show, or better stated, Spoon Breakfast program here this morning on Spoon 107.5, Fabric 101.1, and via our various social media platforms. So let's now go into it. This morning, let's bring you the transportation fares from Monrovia to major cities across the country. So let's begin with Tottenham-Burg, Bomi County. So from Monrovia to Tottenham-Burg, Bomi County in taxi is 600 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Ba in Tottenham-Burg is 550 Liberian dollars in taxi. Okay, and also from Monrovia to Banga, Bon County is 900 Liberian dollars in taxi. From Monrovia to Bongmans is 700 Liberian dollars. To Salala is 550. To Tototar is 700. To Swakoko is 900. The same with Baptala and Zianzu. The same with Phoebe or Cortington. And of course, yes, from Banga to Vonjama is 3,000 Liberian dollars. And then from Banga to Salaye is 1,200. From Banga to Zozo is 1,500 Liberian dollars. Let's come to Bapolo County. From Monrovia to Bopolu City is 1,400 Liberian dollars if you are riding a taxi. Okay, yeah, so it's 1,400 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Buchanan, Grand Bassa County is 900 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Riverses, from Buchanan to Riverses is 1,700, and from Buchanan to Sano is 5,000 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Robertsport in Grand Cape Mount County is 1,250 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Tiane in Grand Cape Mount County is 900 Liberian dollars. And of course, from Monrovia to Bullwater side is 1,100 Liberian dollars. Yep. Okay, and in Grand Jude, from Monrovia to Zoe Jude is 7,000 Liberian dollars. Is about 8 hours, 30 minutes distance from Zueju to Backleyville is 8,000 Liberian dollars. From Zueju to Hartford is 4,500. From Zueju to Greenville City is 4,500 Liberian dollars. Also, in Grand Crew from Monrovia to Backleyville is 14,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. 14,000 Liberian dollars from Monrovia to Barclayville in Grand Crew County. Yeah, that's in a taxi. If you are boarding a taxi, it's 14,000 Liberian dollars. And you are going to spend approximately 12 hours, 13 minutes along that road. From Monrovia to Voinjama County, it's 4,000 Liberian dollars. You are likely to spend 6 hours, 38 minutes on the road. From Monrovia to Salaye in Lofa County, it's 2,200 Liberian dollars in a taxi. To Zozo, it's 2,500. Yeah. So there's a transportation fares from Monrovia to key areas there in Lofa County. In Magibi County, for Kakata, from Monrovia to Kakata, is 300 Liberian dollars in a taxi. From Monrovia to Smell No Taste is 300. From Monrovia to the RIA is 300 as well. To Habel is 300. Unification Town is 300. Cam Kesali is 300. From Monrovia to Conilla is 400. To Dwazon is 150. Cotton Tree is 400. Yeah. So that's it for Magibi County. Let's go over to Nimba County. From Monrovia to Senecolé, Nimba County is 2,000 Liberian dollars. 2,000 Liberian dollars. And you are likely to spend 4 hours, 28 minutes on that route. From Monrovia to Gumpa City, Nimba County, or Ganta, as you all know it to be, is 1,500 Liberian dollars. You are likely to spend 3 hours, 53. 3 hours, 53 minutes on that road. Almost 4 hours on that road. From Monrovia to Saclay, PA. Saclay, PA is 2,500. From Monrovia to Kokopa is 2,500. From Monrovia to Campley is 2,500. From Monrovia to Yikipa is 2,500. From Monrovia to Loguatu is 3,200. From Monrovia to Tapeta is 3,200. Yeah, that's for Nimba County. And for Riverses, from Monrovia to Sesto is 3,500. And you like to spend 4 hours, 39 minutes on that road. For River G, Fishtown, from Monrovia to Fishtown is 9,000 Liberian dollars. You like to spend 10 hours, 6 minutes on that road. And of course, from Monrovia to Greenville City in Sano County is 6,000 Liberian dollars. And you like to spend 6 hours, 44 minutes on that road. And for bus, yep, there are others who want to board a bus to travel those places. So for bus, from Monrovia to Tottenberg is 300 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Ba is the same 300 Liberian dollars in Bomi County. So for Bon County, it's 600 Liberian dollars in a bus. If you board in a bus from Monrovia to Banga, it's 600 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Phoebe or Cordington is 600 Liberian dollars in a bus, and all of that. For Boporu City in Baporu County, it's 1,000 Liberian dollars in a bus. From Monrovia to Boporu City in a bus, it's 1,000 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, it's 500 Liberian dollars in a bus. From Grand Cape Mount County in Robertsport, from Monrovia to Grand Cape Mount County in Robertsport specifically, is 700 Liberian dollars in a bus. To Bowater side is the same 700 Liberian dollars in a bus. From Monrovia to Zueju Grand Judah County is $4,500 Liberian dollars in a bus. From Monrovia to Vonjamanlofa County is 2,000 Liberian dollars in a bus. Magibi County is that is Kakata. From Monrovia to Kakata is 150 Liberian dollars in a bus. And from Monrovia to Harper, Maryland County, is 7,500 in a bus. To Plebo is the same 7,500. And from Monrovia to San Nicolas City, Nimba County in a bus is 1,200 Liberian dollars. From Monrovia to Gompa City, Oganta is 900 Liberian dollars in a bus. And that's it. Those are the transportation fares to major locations in Liberia. And we do this every morning now on the show so that you get to know how much you are supposed to pay whenever you are traveling to those different locations. The Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. Now, let's quickly bring you our education on the vehicle and traffic laws of Liberia. But just before doing that, let's see if we can get Sylvester Wowie on this morning. Yes, Sylvester, so you just want to check out for the link. It's been sent to you. So just check it out. Now, for the vehicle and traffic laws of Liberia, like I said, on yesterday, we talked about license requirement. You know, that is as a driver, you know, what does it take you to get a license, a driver's license? Who are required to, you know, acquire a driver's license, and persons that are exempt from license requirement. So today we'll be talking about persons that are disqualified from receiving licenses. Yeah. So, and this is under subchapter B, section 2.22 of the Vehicle and Traffic Law of Liberia. So it says no license to operate a motor vehicle shall be issued to any of the following. Number one, to any person under the age of 16 years. To any person under the age of 16 years. B, to any person as a chauffeur or operator of heavy vehicles under the age of 18 years. Yeah, so when we talk about heavy vehicles, you know what we're talking about, those earth-moving machines, you know, the trucks and all of that. So anybody on the age of 18 shall not be given is disqualified from receiving license to operate those heavy vehicles. To any person as operator, chauffeur, or operator of heavy vehicles whose license has been suspended during such suspension, nor to any person whose license has been revoked, except as provided in section 2.69 of this title. So if as a driver your license has been suspended or your license has been revoked for any other reason, you are not qualified to be issued new license. To any person as operator, chauffeur, or operator of heavy vehicles who is an habitual drunkard or is an habitual user of narcotic drugs or is an habitual user of any other drug to a degree which renders him incapable of safely driving a motor vehicle. Now, it's not saying once you can drink, once you can take in drugs, it means they shouldn't give you license. What this is saying, if you are an habitual user of narcotic substance or or junker, and that this renders you incapable of safely driving a motor vehicle. So if your drunkenness or if your habitual use of narcotic substances renders you incapable or not capable of driving safely, you must not be given a license. You are disqualified from being given a license. But who determines that? The relevant government institution. So any person as operator, chauffeur, or operator of heavy vehicles adjudged to be afflicted with or suffering from any mental disability or disease, and who has not at the time of application been medically or judicially declared restored to competency. So you are disqualified. You are disqualified, from receiving a driver's license if and only if it's been adjudged that you are afflicted with or you're suffering from any mental disorder or mental disability or disease. Okay, so and you have not been declared restored, you cannot be given a driver's license. So any person who is required by this chapter to take an examination unless such person has successfully passed such examination. Yeah. So if you are required to take an examination and that unless you pass that examination, you will not be given a driver license, then you are disqualified. That is until you can take the examination and you successfully pass, then you can be qualified. But once you fail that examination, or once you don't take that examination, you cannot be qualified for a driver's license. To any person who is required by law to furnish proof of financial responsibility and who has not furnished such proof in the manner prescribed by statute and any lawful rules pertaining thereto. So if you are required, maybe there's some kind of suspicions about the form and manner you acquire the vehicle and all of that, and you are kind of required to furnish proof of financial responsibility and all of that, and you have not done that, you are disqualified from being issued a driver's license. And also, to any person, when the minister, and the minister in this case is the Minister of Justice, when the minister has good cause to believe that the operation of a motor vehicle or on the highway by such person will be inimical to public safety or welfare. So once in the mind of the minister, in the wisdom of the minister, you are not capable of that, issuing you a license to drive on the highway is inimical, that is dangerous to public safety or welfare. If the minister deems it necessary not to give you driver's license, of course, you are disqualified. So these are these are contents or components of the vehicle and traffic law that disqualify you from receiving a driver's license. So if you are found in any of these categories, of course, you are disqualified from receiving a driver's license until the needful can be done. But many times you see a lot of people, there are people who even drive vehicles in this country who don't even have a driver's license. Yeah. We see 16-year-olds driving vehicles. We see 18-year-olds, driving heavy vehicles, and all of these are contravention of the vehicles and traffic law of Liberia. So hope you can get to understand these. If you are finding some of these categories, you don't have to bother yourself to seek a driver's license. All right. And the relevant authority too is incumbent upon you is a responsibility to ensure that these laws are adhered to. So tomorrow when we come, we talk about instruction permit. So that is it. We will take a very quick break. I think Sylvester is having some challenges coming on. So we will take a very short break. We come back. We cut across Liberia to speak with some of our correspondents. And don't forget, folks, we are giving out huge cash prizes here on the Spoon 1075 Mega Daily Cash Splash or the Radio Entertainment Game. All you've got to do is to dial the code *799* *3#. And today is a jackpot. Yeah, *799* *3#. Today is a jackpot. We're giving up to 100,000 Liberian dollars. We're giving out 50,000 Liberian dollars. And we are giving out 20,000 Liberian dollars plus several bags of rice here today. All right. So any winner, that is if you win 100,000 Liberian dollars, we give you bags of rice. You win 50,000 Liberian dollars, we give you bags of rice. If you win 20,000 Liberian dollars, you are opportune to get a bag of rice. So all you need to do is to dial the playing code and pay the playing fee of 200 Liberian dollars. 200 Liberian dollars. So the playing code is *799* *3#, *799* *3#. Pay the playing fee of 200 Liberian dollars, and once you do that, you automatically enter the draw and you stand a chance to win any of these cash prizes here this morning on the show. The Today Show, my name is Yekezi Zobo. We'll take a very short break. We come back, we'll speak to, we cut across Liberia. And then at 9 o'clock, we will play host to some of the candidates of the contestant for the presidency of the Reporters Association of Liberia. So the campaign team of one of the candidates will be here to make their case why their candidate must be, given a chance to serve the presidency of the Reporters Association of Liberia. And that is very important. So Chokon Flama and the rest of the team will be here to make the case for their candidate. So we take this short break to be back.
Assure our team in Bonn that no party will boast over us in this country. If they made them vex, let them go build one bridge, and every bridge they build will build 2 more bridges. When it says and you take the challenge, I'm challenging Senator Moe. Let me call your name. I'm telling you, if you build 5 miles of road in Bonn County, I will build 20 miles of road. He is the man who is sitting down over. Listen to this. Every year we divide money. The legislature is the one that can say, get the money. You're telling one, you're going to do this. You're telling one, you're going to do this. Last year, 2024, the legislature divided $800 million. Senator Moe was one of the presidents that was sitting on top of that decision as Ways and Means Chairman. The thing you bring to your country, somebody can bring that one, then you won't fight that person. This year again, another 800 million. So for the last 2 years since President Boaga became president, Liberia has approved $1.6 billion. How much of that money did you see in Bonn County? How much of it is in Bangladesh? Will you believe it when somebody tell you that the person that is dividing that money is one of yours? Then you want to fight somebody who comes to your door, and then you make it to lawyer that your farm and went to. Bangladesh is not your farm.
Okay, welcome back. This is the Today Show right here on Spawn 107.5. Let's join Sylvester Wowi. Sylvester, good morning and welcome.
Mr. Good morning, Yakazid, and good morning to our audience following all this morning.
Oh, yes, welcome to the show, and we apologize. We have not yet been able to get Sylvester Wowi live on the stream. Yeah, we are having some technical issues here. Bring him on, but once that gets settled, we're going to bring him on live. But in the meantime, he's going to be backstage, but live on the radio, and also his voice is going to be heard live on the television. But welcome. Before we join some of our correspondents out there to know what's happening in the various counties, you listen to Musa Birite, the political leader of the CMC. And what's interesting after making that statement, that if Moi builds, 30 kilometer of road or bridge, particularly he was talking about bridge, he's going to build double or triple of that. And but the government of Liberia has said that the particular bridge that he had earmarked, and when I say he, talking about the CMC, had earmarked to undertake. The government says it has planned to undertake that project. So that will mean that the CMC will not be able to undertake that project, or Musa Birite, as political leader of the CMC, will not be able to undertake that project. Yes, we do know, projects of such nature, is usually the responsibility of the government, to undertake them. But we also do know that the government cannot do everything. We also do know that the government is stranded financially. There are a lot of competing priorities. There are a lot of things that the government has to address. So sometimes private citizens come in, sometimes institutions come in, political institutions, sometimes humanitarian institutions come in, sometimes international organizations come in, to aid the government in resolving some of these constraints, public development constraints. But this time around, the government is saying it's got a plan, even though we've not known much about the government plan to construct that bridge. We are not known much about it, but now the government is saying they have a plan. Right after the CMC political leader had earmarked that project to be undertaken as soon as possible time. What do you make of this?
Yeah, because let me first commend the political leader of the CMC, Mr. Musa Hassan Birite. I mean, as a Liberian, and normally the government look up to international partners, what have you, to carry out such initiative. As a Liberian, to voice out his willingness to help government in this endeavor. But here's my take. We all know, as people of this country, we elected a government, that should seek our interests and represent us internationally. Locally, the government is responsible for the well-being of each and every Liberian. So to carry out such a project, especially a public project, Mr. Berete will first have to meet the approval of the government of Liberia, be it Berete or whoever, because you must meet a set standard. This is why you have to present all of your documentation, maybe the blueprint, whatever Mr. Berete have with him, we have to be presented to the Ministry of Public Works that is responsible. The government are responsible for road projects in this country. So once you meet those standards and you get the approval from the government of Liberia, then you can go ahead with whatever assistance you want to give to your people.
The government is not saying that the CMC did not meet the standard. The government did not say that the CMC did not present the requisite documentation, the blueprint, and all of that. The government is only saying that they already have a budgetary allocation, for that particular project.
I'm coming
but now this is an initiative coming. Yes, is a political initiative. But then one may say, since indeed the government has a lot of competing priorities, and there's a private citizen who has a political intention and all of that, wanting to undertake a bridge project, why can the government, redirect or divert, that money that they say they already have, because someone had chosen to undertake that particular project. So now, since they already have budgetary allocation, there are a lot of projects in this country. There are a lot of roads in this country that are disconnected, okay, that need bridges, like that particular area in Bond County. So why can't the government just divert that funding, to another road project, to initiate another road project, and allow for the CMC to undertake that particular project with the guardians of the government of Liberia? Or don't you see this as, a political play? Don't you see this as, trying to ensure that the CMC does not get the kind of momentum, does not get the kind of euphoria or support that maybe it will get up from constructing that bridge? Don't you think politics is what playing here?
I mean, it's not part of politics, and I like the fact that you have recognized that. Look, Berete is an opposition politician. I mean, Berete is trying to score a point at the expense of the government that could, enable him win the support of the people of Bond County over the government. So it's good that we all recognize that fight. And we are now giving the bridge construction project Berete want to undertake with, Antea. Mr. Berete is indeed a Liberian in the private sector, a renowned businessman, respected businessman, and existing the Liberian government undertake project is one of the things I think the government will wish to see come from every Liberian, not just people in the business sector, even Liberian in the diaspora could see how they could help government, with the development initiative of this country. Mr. Berete want to construct a bridge in Bond County. the government of Liberia is saying we already have a plan to construct such bridge. So what is wrong with, we know the government have a whole lot of priorities, but what is wrong with Mr. Ability and the government setting the same Mr. Ability saying we already have a plan for this bridge in Bon County? Can you just divert your project to another county or maybe in different part of Bon County? Instead of us just saying the government should allow Ability to carry out the project in Bon County, and then the money government have to spend on the blueprint they already have for Bon County be diverted to somewhere else. Remember, it is the government responsibility. The government must give approval to Mr. Ability. So the same government can sit with Mr. Ability, because I listened to Mr. Ability comment just before I came on. The Bon County it's not the private project, or private property of President Boakai or the government.
Of course, it is not. He's not wrong about that.
Yeah. And it is also not a private project of Mr. Ability himself. Mr. Ability want to give the people of Bon County happy hands. And that must be sanctioned by the government of the day, headed by Joseph Boakai. So I think the government and Mr. Ability need to sit on the round table and see how best they can come to a conclusion, because I don't think the both parties got any bad intent for the people of Bon County. They all want to, to see Bon County develop. They want the development and the well-being of the people of Bon County. So they could sit on the round table and see how best one of the project could be diverted somewhere else, and then Mr. Ability or the government go ahead with the bridge project in Bon County. But I mean, it's been too politicized to make it appear that the government of Liberia don't want Mr. Ability to carry all the project in Bon County. They try to step on Mr. Ability, knowing that this bridge has been, that particular location has not been connected for time being, and Mr. Ability has not taken on the initiative to, put bridge in the area, but the government is trying to prevent him from doing so. The government.
Okay, we have on the line. We come to that, but we have on the line Victor Cooper, who is currently in the Low Guato area in Nimba County, to bring us up to speed with happenings from there. Victor, good morning and welcome.
So pleasant. Good morning, Yekezi. Good morning to you, and good morning to the Spoon family. Good morning to everyone with you in studio.
Okay, are you staying in the Low Guato area?
Yeah, I will be back in Ghana this afternoon.
Okay, tell us, firstly, tell us what's your mission there?
Yeah, basically we are here, Liberia also share boundary with Africa Coast in this part of Nimba County. So in recent times, they were going to election in that country. Since then, the border was closed with Liberia, and we are here this morning to follow the process, how it's now on their side. Though we are not going to get a report from the election, but we come to see whether Liberia started going through the country and coming back. How is the movement with our people? Basically, what I'm here, and I'm also following the story where 19-year-old went missing in the Africa Bill, and this boy seemed to be a Liberian.
A Liberian. Okay. Now, tell us, has the border been declared open now?
Yeah, sure. The border is open for now, temporarily, because the process is not really that open to the public that before everyone be putting in, but it said temporarily people are moving. Travelers who have to move in the country have to go, and people who have to come in have to come. But not yet, normally the way we are started to be.
Okay, so that is there's a lot of scrutiny done at the border.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and let's talk about the 19-year-old who went missing in that particular region as well. How did this 19-year-old get missing, and or what are circumstances that led to that 19-year-old going missing?
So it will shock you to know that Yegezi, this boy is a Liberian, Victor Kamara, 19 years old. his parents live in the Lugwatu area there. His mother is a Mandingo Bachua. So they all live there. But I am told the 10th of this month that just ended, October that just ended, this whole thing started around the 10th. Victor Kamara and his friends left from Logwatu. They went Benta. Benta is the first time when you cross Logwatu in Africa Coast. So they went Benta on a normal walk about basic. So where allegedly we have been told that Victor Kamara allegedly stole money from one of the citizens in Benta. So on the basis of that, that citizen took Victor Kamara and his friends to the township of Benta. So these two friends of Victor Kamara ran away and came back to Liberia, and the township was able to apprehend Victor Kamara and put him in his own custody and chain him from hand to foot. So Victor Kamara was in the custody of the township for almost 3 days. The town people began shock and they began going in search of Victor Kamara. Until later, those friends who narrowly escaped and came to Liberia told Victor Kamara's parents that Victor is in the custody of the township in Benta. And that's how the parents left from Block Battle, they went Benta. When the township had left for Abidjan for the election, the township had left for Abidjan for the election. So the township, when he came back, he said the family themselves tried to investigate the township whether the boy was still in his custody. He admitted that yes, he had this boy in his custody, but upon his return from Abidjan, he could not see this boy in his custody. And Victor had escaped and had disappeared. Let's say that was he had disappeared. So everyone in Logwatu, including the Benta family, got shocked in the whole thing. So the parent came back to Liberia and registered the case to the Liberian security. And that's how the immigration of Liberia and the police dispatched a team to Benta to investigate. When they went, the guy who accused Victor of stealing the money, they have the guy apprehended and brought him to Liberia. In investigating that, luckily, the township also make a follower to come and see the condition of his citizen from Benta, who was the accuser, and so who was the complainant rather. And so when the township came, our security also arrested the township of Benta, including the guy who accused Victor, arrested 2 of them and turned them to Liberia security in Saninkole. They were both in jail in Saninkole. So the commissioner of Benta also get information in Africa and set up a team of security to come and follow the investigation in Africa, in Liberia, in Logwatu. So when the team arrived in Liberia, there was a huge team from Liberia which had to do with the commissioner, the sanitary superintendent, those leaders of our district, of our county, and the part of Nimba County. They all gathered together at Logwatu, following our case very closely. But then in the meeting, while they were discussing, tension began mounting at the gate between Liberia and Africa. The citizens of Logwatu were threatening to hit or to fight with the citizens of Benta in return of their citizens, chanting that no Victor, no peace, no Victor, no case, no Victor, no settlement here. Everybody began chanting. So based upon that, the security team from Liberia took this township, including the accused guy, to Saninkole back and placed them in jail. So that's how the commissioner from Africa and the team went back to Africa. But then it was surprising to know that while the case is still ongoing, we have been hearing that our security in Liberia have allegedly released the township of Benta and the guy who accused Victor. They are releasing and turning over to the Ivorians. While Victor is still missing, people are in search of Victor. So the case stand where it are, people still in search of Victor, but our security in Liberia have released those Ivorians that were in possession of them here in Liberia.
That's interesting. So Benta is in Ivory Coast, right?
Benta is in Ivory Coast, but then you can look at the very first time I crossed that gate is Benta. So that's what the whole thing happened. And what the whole thing is shocking. The parents are saying that they want justice. How their child got missing from Ivory Coast up to now, their child not been seen, and those guys who were involved with their child being missing were arrested by Liberians, and Liberian security having to free those Ivorians without their son being seen to as well. So
okay, and on what basis did our security personnel release the town chief? Because it is a town chief, according to your report, who arrested Victor and he kept Victor in his own custody, and out of a sudden, out of the blue, Victor disappeared from his custody. So he should be held accountable, for Victor going missing. So then, on what basis was he released by the Liberian security personnel?
Because there were our various of, including me, my investigation lab today in Saninkole. When I'm on my way to Uganda, I will make a stop in Saninkole to investigate to ask the CFD commander of Nimba County, because he was in possession of those abhorrents. Because if I try to speak with the security, I look at your brother, they usually send me to the bosses in Saninkole, which they are not able to speak to the issues. So on my way back today, I will make a stop in Saninkole to find out what led to the freeing of those guys from Africa, because every one of us are still concerned about it. Victor is not yet been seen, but then Aboriginals who were in possession of Victor have been free from the process. It's highly contradicting. We're still confused here at the Logwato Bureau right now.
Okay. All right, Victor, thank you. You talk about tension there between Liberians and Ivorians. How's the tension now?
President Logwato, including the parents of Victor Kamara, demanding the security in Liberia to produce Victor in a few days, or else they will cross the African border themselves to go and demand Victor and demand the Ivorian for their son in missing.
And what are the Ivorian, the local authority there in the Benta area? What are they saying? What are security personnel also saying from Africa, from the Ivorian end?
You guys see, they were shock everyone, because the only way the Ivorian could be serious in searching for Victor it is when their guys were staying in our possession. But the fact that those guys have been released, I don't see any seriousness coming out to go in search of Victor, because the only time you could see the commissioner pushing this whole case from Africa was when those Tanti and Ega were in possession of the Ivorians. So the Liberian, rather, it was the time you could see the Liberian security and the Liberian team keep coming to Liberia to keep investigating this issue. But I'm told since those guys were delivered to Africa, you couldn't find the commissioner. Even those guys, you can't find an animal now in Liberia to come and file the case. But yet, Victor is still missing.
Victor, and that's your namesake?
Yeah, that's my namesake, bro.
Okay, Victor Cooper, thank you very much. I hope to join you hopefully tomorrow for more updates on that development. And like you said, hope you can stop by in Saninkole to know on what basis, for what reason was the town chief released by the Liberian security personnel.
Sure, I will surely do that, and you'll get a report from there tomorrow. We're going to follow that story. I need the attention of the government.
Thank you very much. Victor Cooper is our Upper Nimba County correspondent. They're affiliates in with developments from Nimba County. You're listening to the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. My name is Yekezi Zobo. It is 3 minutes on the flip side of 9 o'clock. We will take a very short break. We come back. We delve into other discussions here and solicit your perspectives or your views about some of our talking points. Let's take this short break. To be back.
What are you saying?
I understand. I know that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Why are you angry?
What's unfortunate? Please continue.
It is unfortunate. What is unfortunate? The unfortunate situation is about whenever there is an homosexual entity that appears on the agenda, we want to discuss it. Liberia is a Christian state. You cannot have homosexual entity that appears on the agenda. The speaker, they are on east. The dog should remove it. So why are you censoring? We had our communication the other day. We invited the UFC people in that Methodist church. They want to practice homosexual activities here, gay activities. We continue to push the agenda. Every time we put on the floor, when they come to the session, they remove the floor. That is the mission of just raising it. All the agenda, you check the agenda is there. Come here, Joseph William. Since we raise our issue, they go into community rooms. They stay in community rooms. Some ask them for them to start this, some they pass it. They say, no, you should move on the agenda. So I raise the issue and they say, go outside. Do you think homosexuality? There's unfortunate on the part of the speaker. There's unfortunate on the part of the speaker. They cannot support homosexual activities. We're here. President Barack said up here that we should ban cultural activity that is harmful. All of them accepted the bill. Immediately, instead of committee, they now discussing it so we can ban cultural activities in the country. Now, homosexual bill appear, they said no, we should not discuss it. He who cleans everything will come and clean it.
Do you think that is being practiced? Do you think that is being practiced in Nigeria? You
come again?
Do you think homosexuality is being practiced in our country?
It is being practiced. You saw the UNC, the Book of Discipline. Today, the United Methodist Church, on 12 and ST number is being closed. The guy said, Church in Burial in Blue is being closed. People are worshiping the city house. So one of the fastest to lay the responsibility for all this, I know.
What do you want? What do you want? What does the legislature want in terms of this homosexuality? What is the communication pushing for?
The communication is pushing for us to discuss it, to show to the world that we as Liberians cannot accept homosexual activity. Period.
We're going to pass a law on it.
Definitely. That's what the bill is calling for. Anybody practice it, we make sure we castrate you, we put you in jail for less than
your procedure also calls for the speaker to have the authority to decide what comes on your floor, to decide what should be discussed.
That is an unfortunate part of it.
That's a law.
I know the speaker knows very well that the issue of homosexual activity it is counterproductive, it is not something that people accept. So once they appear and you give us the opportunity, this play is an intellectual theater where we do the debate issue. It is not play for someone to come and tell a guy that we are children. No, but you let them our people. So the speaker can come and tell a guy our communication, not beside the homosexual. Not beside the homosexual. Why? President said of bill here to ban harmful cultural practices. All of them gracefully accepted it. Then so they say homosexual activities should not be practiced here. They say no go outside. I'm here outside.
Considering the fact that the House of Representatives went how do you see
what of the police here? So they don't have the kind of spirit we have, okay? To define some issues on the floor. So all of them waiting for the voting. So the only way the police will exercise that free charge is that when people comes out, they do the floor, and you ask for that permission to vote. But they will not have the ability or the kind of public spirit they will have to engage some of these issues. They don't have it. They are here and no for
Listen, welcome back. You're listening to the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. My name is Yekezi Zobel. Sylvester Bowie is here with me. And just listen to a conversation with our correspondent there in Nimba County. But now, Sylvester is live on camera. Sylvester, welcome once more.
Mr. It's good to be here, Yekezi, and thank you for holding on.
Okay, thank you very much. So now let's see if we can read the letter coming from the government of Liberia to the CMC, trying to get hold of that letter this morning. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, so this is the letter from the Ministry of Public Works. So the CMs, let's see if we can get it on screen this morning. Oh, yeah. But let me just read out this letter. Let me just read out. Okay, that is the letter. Okay. It says Ministry of Public Works, Republic of Liberia, Ministry of Public Works, and this is dated November 4, 2025. It says Mr. James M.Y. Yogi, National Chairman, said it is a movement for change, CMC, Sophie Rowe, and blah, 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 blah. The subject is request for review and approval of design documents for the construction of a 38-meter bridge, a 38-mile bridge in Bone County.
38 miles? 38 meters?
Yeah, I think it should be meter, 38 meter. So it says the Ministry of Public Works acknowledges receipt of law letter dated 16th September 2025, submitting design documents for the construction of our 38-meter bridge in Bone County. we wish to inform you that the government of Liberia, through a budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Public Works, has planned for the construction of the subject bridge, and in the process of finalizing all the technical documents for procurement of a contractor. Notwithstanding, my team has reviewed the documents submitted and would like to advise that for any future request for the construction of the bridge structure, the following technical information should be accompanied with the request to facilitate our review and approval processes. Below are the documents required when requesting to construct a bridge. Number one, it says site topography study report. Number two, geotechnical investigation report. Number three, hydrological and hydraulic report. Number four, structural analysis and design. Number five, full working drawings. It says, we appreciate your effort in promoting development. There's a funny part about it. It says, we appreciate your efforts in promoting development in our country and look forward to future collaborations. Sincerely, Roland Lambert-Giddens, Minister of Public Works. Yeah. So,
anyway, meaning that we sharing stability. Anyway.
Yeah. So what the reason I was laughing was I see it as from a contradiction. Appreciating somebody for promoting development in a country, in our country, but then like you said, you put it right earlier on when you said yes. So even if the government has a plan, you know, to undertake that bridge project, and a private citizen have come up, not knowing that the government has a plan, and I mean the government temporarily stopped the CMC from undertaking the projects, requiring them to, you know, present certain documents, you know, and the CMC was able to present those documents. But as per the letter, from what I sent in the letter, what the government is insinuating in this particular letter is that the CMC did not present the proper documents. Yeah. And that is why. That's clear. Yeah, and that is why in the letter they made mention of those documents that they had expected that the CMC would have presented, and they probably did not present. And the CMC will be coming up, like I said, they will be coming up with their own response, their official response, as to whether they present the requisite documents and blah 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 blah. Yeah, but then I'm coming saying that you appreciate an institution for promoting development, and then that, I think if you actually do appreciate development in your country, regardless of what institution is behind that development, you will find a way for that initiative to still be carried out. So, like bringing about subjection. So, if you already have a plan to undertake that project, and CMC is opting to undertake the project, well, you tell the CMC people sit on a round table and tell the CMC maybe give some suggestion as to other development projects that the CMC could divert that particular effort to. Sitting around table and talking about that. But you say development, promotion of development in the country, but then not making any proposal or encouraging the CMC to maybe direct their efforts to another area, maybe to another county or in other parts of that same Bond County, and all of that. Well, whatever the situation is, I do think that the CNZ had a good intention, even though political. But I do think that the government should not be stopping political gesture. I know the government will not come up rightly to say they will not come out rightly to say, because this is a political initiative, so they will always find some kind of excuse to justify, their decision to bar a political institution from carrying out a project. But I do think all of these political gestures are important for the growth and development of Liberia. All of these political gestures are impactful. They are all beneficial to the citizens of Liberia, especially that bridge project. And one good thing is, and one area which I think we should look at is as to whether there was actually a plan from the end of the government, as they suggest, as they said, that they have a plan, whether this plan actually existed or this plan is only coming into being because another political institution said they want to undertake the bridge project and all of that. But as of yet, I cannot say anything about that because I've not investigated to know exactly whether that plan existed. There was an existing plan by the government to undertake that bridge project and all of that. If there was an existing plan, that is good. Then of course the government could sit with the CMC or CMC, Mr. Berete and the rest of the team. That's a good initiative. But what if you direct that effort, here or there, then now I think the last part of the letter will commensurate. It's going to be realistic that you actually appreciate the promotion of development in the country by the CMC.
If you can look at the communication from Mr. Guinness to the CMC chairman, I think that the letter was addressed to the chairman of the party. The first thing was commending Mr. Berete, and then they also came out with a suggestion to
commending the CMC.
Yes.
Not Mr. Berete particularly.
The CMC. Next time, if you want to undertake a bridge project of yours, you should act XYZ to your communication that you send to the Ministry of Public Works. You must have done XYZ to meet up the requirement that will allow you to carry out such initiative. Meaning, the communication Berete sent to the Ministry of Public Works.
The CMC
are all of those aspects missing. So the CMC has been advised now. The next time, please add features. So those features that were missing. Now the governor of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works telling himself, the next time, please add these features.
Yeah, but what should be known is that the government did not stop this bridge project, did not stop the CMC from undertaking this bridge project because they presented the wrong documentations, because they presented the wrong site topography study report and all other report that is needed. The reason stipulated by the government is that they already have a plan to undertake the project. So it wasn't because the CMC did not present the requisite, documentations, to kind of undertake the project, and that is why the government, stopped them. No, the government said it already has an existing plan for that particular initiative.
Yeah, the government. I mean, that was something the government was very clear. They didn't say, CMC is not going to carry on this project because they did not make Eswatini. But they are telling CMC already got a plan. So I think the people of Bon County got representation. They got their legislative caucus and they got other political leaders within the country. So they now need to say the government to authenticate as to whether the government of Liberia already have a plan for a particular bridge. Because according to the communication, the government is in fact right now in search of contractor. So they got all of their blueprints and in search of contractor now to undertake the project. So
for me, I think
I don't think the government of Liberia is going to tell Ms. Ability about their project to Eswatini. It is Ms. Ability who will tell the government, now that you got plan for this bridge, okay, we want to take our initiative to this location or that location, and then see if they can meet the approval of the government. Ms. Ability already scored a point. I mean, the fact that have come up clear to say, look, I want to carry out development in my country and in Bon County to be specific. And it's already a point. Now already scored a point. So all Ms. Ability need now to schedule the government, since you are planning for this particular bridge, can add a effort to another location and see if the government will come out to say, no, we also got plan for this area, so you can carry out project.
And I do agree when you say that the CMC has already scored a point, a political point. I do agree with you, because even if it is true that the government had an existing plan to undertake that project, the citizens apparently don't know about that plan. They are not known about that plan. And even if the citizens had known about the plan, now I'm talking about the citizens, I'm not talking about county authorities. So even if the citizens had known about the plan, maybe it might have been dragging, and then Musa Berete and the CMC came and stimulated everything by saying that they want to undertake, that bridge project. And now the government coming in to say that, you want to undertake the bridge project. So what that does is that, it compels the government to swiftly undertake the project, because if the government does not undertake the project, now the perception of most of the citizens in the area there is that, Musa Berete, the CMC wanted to undertake the project, but the government said they will undertake the project. So if the government doesn't undertake the project now, the citizens in that particular terrain, that particular area, will now be angry with the government. So now it's compelling. It's going to compel the government, to swiftly undertake that project, so that the citizens can be angry with that.
Which is not which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing for the people of Bon County and for the people as well.
Yeah. So the CMC also stimulated that. The CMC, if the government, undertakes that project. The CMC also had a hand in it.
So the CMC will say the government is undertaking this project because, they deny us and now they want to appease the people of Bon County, so they are carrying on this particular project.
Yeah, sure. So, folks, it's 24 minutes on the flip side of 9 o'clock. We take calls from now until 9:30. At 9:30, we speak to some of one of the candidates contesting for the leadership of the Reporters Association of Liberia. So they're already here with us at 9:30. They'll be sitting on the platform to make their case why they want to take for the leadership of the Reporter Association of Liberia. I mean, that's one of the, if not the largest.
Is this the largest auxiliary?
Auxiliary of the press union of Liberia. So let's take a few calls. 0770 0770-417724, 0770-417724, 088-0555-101075. So our orange hotline is down. So we you can call us on 0770-417724. Let's talk to this person. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Hello, my name is Leo Dixon.
Your name again?
My name is Leo Dixon, and I call from Waka community.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, concerning the bridge that Honorable Brady want to undertake. Why it is that the requirement document that the government requesting for, they can't give it to the government and then carry on the project?
Oh, they will get everything to the government, then the government undertake the project.
No, not so. Municipality have already decided to undertake the project. So the government requesting for the document.
No. Then you got them whole thing.
Yeah, just give me a chance to end.
The government requesting for proper document before you carry on the project, right?
No.
That's so the government is saying yes. The government is requesting for proper documents before they can carry out the project. But the government says that it already has a plan. So the government had a plan, according to it, before Benedict came out to say he wants to carry out the project. So they already had a plan, a budgetary allocation to construct that particular bridge. So the government is stopping Benedict, not because Benedict or the CMC did not present the requisite document, but because the government said they have plans to construct that bridge.
Yeah, they've been like wasting time to do it. And Benedict has not in the front seat now to do it. I believe if the government needed development, then they let Benedict do it work.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. Hello, your name and where you join us from? Hello? Okay, let's talk to this other person. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, your name and where you join us from?
I'm Thomas calling from District 1, Magidi.
Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you. For the initial stage, when Musa-Bede went to break ground for the bridge, government was to be there and say, oh, we already have budget allocated for the bridge. But they were informed Musa-Bede that, oh, budget allocated. So after, when Musa-Bede made a statement that, oh, I
no, but listen now, let's be fair to the discussion. It was also incumbent upon the CMC, to inform the government that they are carrying out, a bridge project in this particular area. If they inform the government then will request, those requisite documents that they need and everything. And if the government had a plan, then the government will also tell them in response that, oh, we have a plan to undertake this project that you have informed us that you're going to undertake.
Yeah, but my point here is, while for the state, the government didn't tell CMC that there's a budget allocated to build that bridge. But
it's probably because
all documents.
It's probably because the CMC I'm assuming on this, did not inform the government about the bridge project.
Okay, but what they're supposed to do now, say they have the budget allocated already, meaning money is available. So let us make effort to to go and build a bridge for the people of one country. Because if they can be like that, and the people really desperately need that bridge.
Yeah, that one, if the government not doing that, then they look at our own problem for the citizen.
I think that's what we should.
Yeah, if the government not doing that, then the citizen will be happy. Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so folks, let's hold it here. We'll take a very short break. We'll come back. We are showing the team from the one of the candidates contesting for the leadership of the Reporters Association of Liberia, one of the largest auxiliaries of the press union of Liberia. Pardon?
How many candidates are you aware of?
I'm aware of two candidates. Two candidates, and we'll be playing close to one of them here today. That is those that are contesting for the presidency, right? Yeah, I'm aware of two.
Okay. I hope maybe we can get the.
That will be another time. That can be now. We've already, we've already. 9:30. Let's take this break. We'll be back.
We got a very powerful delegation.
What are you chasing? What are you chasing?
I understand. I know that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Why are you angry? What's unfortunate?
Please continue.
It's unfortunate. What is unfortunate? The unfortunate situation is about whenever there is an homosexual entity that appears on the agenda, we want to discuss it. Liberia is a Christian state. You cannot have homosexual entity that appears on the agenda. The speaker, they are on each. So we should remove it.
So why are you censoring?
We had our communication the other day. We invited the UFC people in that Methodist church. They want to practice homosexual activities here, gay activities. We continue to push the agenda. Every time we put on the floor, when they come to the session, they remove the floor. And the mission just raising it. All the agenda, you check the agenda is there. Come here with Joseph Williams. Send to raise that issue and went to community rooms. They stay in community rooms. So we ask them for them to start this, so we can pass it. They say, no, we should move on the agenda. So I raised the issue and they say, go outside.
Do you think homosexuality?
Do you think homosexuality? On the part of the speaker. They cannot support homosexuality. We're here. President Barack said up here that we should ban cultural activity that is harmful. All of that accepted the bill. Immediately, the committee will now discussing it so we can ban cultural activities in the country. Now, homosexual bill appear, they said no, we should not discuss it. You clean everything without clean.
Do you think that is being practiced? Do you think that is being practiced in Nigeria? You
come again?
Do you think homosexuality is being practiced in our country?
It is being practiced. You saw the UNC, the Book of Discipline. Today, the United Methodist Church, on 12th and ST number is being closed. The guy see church in Maryland in Blue is being closed. People are worshiping the city house. So one of the discussing to lay the responsibility for all this. I know.
What do you want? What does the legislature want in terms of this homosexuality? What is the communication pushing for?
The communication is pushing for for us to discuss it, to show to the world that we as Liberians cannot accept homosexual activity. Period.
We're going to pass a law on it.
Definitely. That's what the bill is calling for. Anybody practice it, we make sure we castrate you, we put you in jail for less time.
Your procedure also calls for the speaker to have the authority to decide what comes on your floor, to decide what should be discussed.
That is an unfortunate part of it.
That's a law.
I know the speaker knows very well that the issue of homosexual activity is discussed for content, and it's not something that people said. So when you appear, you give us the opportunity. Let's play.
Well, pleasant welcome back. You're listening to the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. This is the Spoon Breakfast program, and my name is Yekezi Zuobe. Like I said, we have with us some of the contestants for the leadership of the press, sorry, not the press union, but the Reporters Association of Liberia, one of the, if not the largest auxiliary of the press union of Liberia. So let me welcome our guests to the studio. Welcome. Let's just do a quick self-introduction because we have limited time to be here. Let's begin with the presidential contestant.
So thank you so much. Good morning. I'm J.H. Webster Clay, a journalist practicing for the last 13 years, and I've spent the last 10 years with From Beach, Africa. And so I'm glad to be here this morning. Thank you.
Okay. And you are contesting for the presidency?
Yeah, presidential candidate.
Yeah.
So let me say good morning to you. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Kura Thompson, and I report for the Truly Independent New Dawn newspaper, and I'm contesting for the vice presidency.
All right, for the vice presidency. It's good having you guys here in studio. Let's begin with the presidential contender. I mean, you are contesting for the presidency of the Reporters Association of Liberia. You want to tell us what inspired you, what motivated your decision to have, registered to contest as the president for the Reporters Association of Liberia?
Thank you so much. What have inspired me is somehow a leadership deficit, judging from the fact that the current state where the Reporters Association is in is, I can say a failed state, where you have vice president.
So you just want to look in the camera?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, then we'll see.
Where you have the vice president resign, secretary resign, and the leadership is just left with the president and somehow the assistant secretary. I don't know, but the assistant secretary stay there. And so, more to that, there are a lot of issues when it comes to financial issue. It is clear. The writings are on the wall. Reporters Association's leadership is marred by financial issue. We know the money, the issue of 3,000 getting brand in President Halls. We know a lot more, and people who have caused our Reporters Association to go beneath. The issue of professional organization. The taste have where our professional organization have lost taste. The members no more even want to seek the attention of leadership, and so we saw it necessary, because if people who have caused all of these issues and coming back to us and say they want to contest, they want to hold leadership position in the institution where they cause pouring for, we see this as a disservice to our many members, and so we decided to step up to the occasion. To bring about change. We can't be doing. Let me borrow the words of Mr. Alexander Kume. We can't be doing the same thing over and over and want different result. And so on this backdrop, we decided to step up to bring that change. That is to unite the brothers. And we are doing that with integrity, because unity and integrity could be is our hallmark. Is our hallmark for our leadership going forward. We need people to come together. The state where the reporter association is in right now is almost like a fraction. We have different fractions. I can name them, but it's not necessary. These are our own skeleton in our closet.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's a serious fraction, and our opposing team is part of one of those fractions. And so we see that as a disservice. Imagine after the war you were around, war end. Why you think they had to bring someone who was very neutral? To spare the fear of the NGTL, because you can have a fraction, conflict issue, and then you bring somebody who part and parcel of that conflict. So I see myself as somebody very neutral because I was not part of the government.
But there are criticisms against your motivating factor. So there are criticisms that you had not actually intended contesting for this position. Someone else, another media practitioner, had intended contesting for the presidency, but then he was disqualified by the election committee because he's not a reporter, but rather a media owner. And so you just stepped in. You had intended contesting for another low position, but a low-level position. So you just came in now, to contest for the presidency, since indeed that individual was disqualified. So the criticism from your opponents is that you are not actually prepared to take on the presidency. Yes, for other capacities, leadership roles, you can you maybe serve, but for the presidency, where you are the leader, the head of the team, you are not fully equipped. You are not prepared. Your preparation just came after somebody was disqualified, and they have to squeeze you in.
So you can see, what's the benchmark? This guy bring it up to know whether I'm prepared or not. That issue is, it's long been overdue. What am I prepared?
But it's true that you were earlier contesting for another position.
No, because I didn't register any other position other than the presidency. Yeah, these are all conversation, and we don't expect people to be bringing their opinion to serious conversation. We need fast. I only register presidency. Go check the record. Only the presidency I registered for. So as somebody say, I was to go for who did tell me where I'll go for? Isn't qualified? That's the issue we should be talking about. What I was supposed to go for Kidman, and I went for the general manager. No, I did not register for any other position rather than the president. The record there. So any other people bringing those things, there's nothing. That is not issue.
It's an issue because to take on the presidency of the Reporters Association, the largest auxiliary of the press union of Liberia, you must be fully prepared. It's something that you have to premeditate. It's something that you have to prepare adequately to take on, not just instantaneously coming up to say you want to become president of the PUL. Because just to replace somebody who had the primary intention to do that.
Chief, I don't think I need to go to BAFTAs or whatsoever to be prepared.
Okay.
When it comes to preparation, I'm more prepared. I had the requisite education criteria, years of experience. What more you need for somebody to be president? I should be president first to be president again? I'm saying no. Yes. I'm more prepared than any other person that competing against me. Check the record.
I don't know if I can.
So I'll come to you. So what then qualifies you? Apart from the benchmark apart from the criteria set up by the RAL's election committee, what qualifies you to become president of the RAL?
So what qualified me? I mean, I don't know from where you come from, but what qualified me for the years of experience
in terms of leadership?
Oh, leadership. Yeah, we have been around for a long time now. We have held a lot of committee, not necessary within the RAL. I mean, because I know people, that notion.
Have you been able to serve in leadership
roles? Of course. That notion where people got that you gotta be RAL, either you be the secretary for the next election, you go for vice president, in the next election, you go for president, or you be around in your space where you understand all those things that the president and the vice president been doing. No, some of us, we have been around a long time and we've been helping, we've been serving different capacity.
What are some of those?
As a matter of fact, I heard that the Mika Reporter Association election, the previous election, nowadays one, the previous election that brought Maurice Ratti, the legs of Thompson, Grant Thompson, Cynthia. I mean, I had that election and it went smoothly. And I mean, even I got the Maurice himself awarded me, certificate me on that day for organizing the election in a most responsible manner. I mean, it was even the same year when PL had that election program, and so they were even calling on me to conduct PL election. And I said, no, I mean, this. I mean, I feel in this place. So let me be this. Let me conduct this place and conduct the election here. And I mean, other people will.
And is that the only leadership role you can boast of?
In RAL, I mean, in
the media, in the media, not RAL, but in the media.
In the media, no, I've done other things. Seriously, I mean, help press club. I mean, for someone who spent 13 years being a reporter, pricing, I mean, going to school, I mean, I've done a lot. Even go at the University of Liberia, Campbell, Malcolm Sa.
Okay, so we come back to you. Let's hear from your VP, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you say your name again.
Grant Thompson.
Grant Thompson. Okay. Grant, welcome. Tell us why did you decide to venture into this entire electoral process of the RAL? Why do you want to be vice president of the president of Liberia?
So,
Reporters Association.
Sorry, Reporters Association of Liberia. Sorry.
My decision comes from my commitment to integrity, transparency, and to see an institutional change.
Yeah, so you just want to come this way more so that we can see your face. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, to see both institutional and transformational change at the level of RAL. I have been a reporter for close to 3+ years, and I've been sitting down observing the governance of RAL, how things have been controlled from the previous leadership. And I felt like there have been a lot of lapses. And when the opportunity presented itself, I believe that I'm capable enough. And I've saw those lapses which have been over the period. And with such leadership ability, and I believe that I can help a selfless leader there, Webster, who has all of the criteria to make the change we need at the level of RAL. So I was motivated to join him for us to bring the change that we need at the level of RAL.
Okay, and I was, questioning your president, your presidential contestant about leadership, because the RAL is like I've always said, the largest auxiliary of the president of Liberia. It comprises several reporters, and so to serve as president of the RAL, I mean, it's my perspective. I do believe that you must come with some form of a leadership ability. I don't think this role belongs to somebody I would call ignoramus to leadership. Yeah, somebody who has not had any leadership experience in the past. So do you have any leadership experience?
Of course. Of
Okay.
course.
All right.
So let me start with the time I was out of the media. I established an organization that is currently running. This organization has a radio talk show on Liberty FM. Besides that, I have volunteered for a lot of.
What's the name of the
international-
organization?
It's called YELAB, Youth in Action for Better Liberia. I volunteer for a lot of international organizations. I volunteer for Action Aid and other organizations. I've conducted advocacy for them on many occasions, and I've spearheaded a lot of activities within my community personally. And my aim has been to impact young people. And I believe that when I transitioned to the journalism fields, I could also employ my expertise at the level of the Ministry of Information for Reporters, which I did. And vehemently, the reporters at that level felt the impact of my leadership. And I've served other places. So I can safely say here that I see no one qualified for this position. Even at this point, we will hear a lot of propagandas, like the question you just posted to my incoming president. Those guys from the other corners are fighting hard to bring us to public ridicule instead of focusing on their own lapses. Let me tell you something. The issue we have in RA today germinated because of the same individual who are purporting to be the best leaders today to take over RA. When he took over, the ones who is contesting today serve on a committee. So when he brought those guys around with the intention of being a brother who would help, not knowing they had their focus on the seat which he occupies at that time. In the end, they started doing all types of politics, and from the beginning, from the genesis of Willie leadership, there were noise, there were confusion. In the end, it did not climax well. So we are presenting a leadership that can change that. We are presenting a leadership that can transform RA for journalists, not just in Montserrat County, but all across Liberia to benefit from what we present and what we bring to the table.
Okay, let's try to manage our little time. Let's hear from the next contestant who is not on camera.
No. It's important to make the correction.
Okay.
I am not contesting, better still, I'm the vice chair for policy planning and research of Team Western CRA. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were a contestant. So let's just focus on the contestants. Mr. Contender, the presidential contender, Mr. Webster, tell us. Webster Clay. Tell us, what change do you envision for the RAL? What is that distinct thing that you in short, what's the manifesto?
So what RAL is lacking right now is,
so you just want to give me a little chance to come.
yeah. What RAL is lacking right now, I can clearly say, is unity and integrity. The brothers need to come together. We need to bring the brothers together, and we need a leadership that will have the trust. People will trust. People will trust. I mean, when people trust a leadership, every other thing goes smoothly. When people trust the leadership, everything goes smoothly. So this current leadership lacks unity. You see what's happening. I mean, you are around. You are a reporter too. You know what's happening. Yeah. So we are coming with unity and integrity. Trust me. Trust me. This is what lacking. I mean, we are professional people. They are great guys within, Liberia who are reporter. Great. The engine of PUL is reporter. Engine of the media in Liberia is reporter, because we write. We shape the narrative. Yes. So we need to come together. And the leadership need to have that high level of integrity where people will trust, where people will count on, and all other things will follow in place. And that's why we
So your manifesto is unity.
Yeah, unity and integrity.
Unity and integrity.
Because within integrity, the issue of accountability.
So for the next 2 years,
3 years,
if you are elected president of the RAL, your focus will only be on unity.
No, I mean, of course, yes, but a lot of things we can do when we are united. That oneness. I mean, oneness is part of social grouping. Every social group, you must have that the component of oneness. And when you are united, I mean, you can move mountain.
So what mountain you think the RAL will move under your leadership if united?
Okay. First of all, when we are united, we have a lot of issues that it's not that are not moving smoothly. The issue of headquarters.
Okay.
RAL need a B15 home. We need to call somewhere our home. People come from as far as Nima, Lofa. They want to come to RAL home. They want to this place for reporter. As we speak, the reporter association leader office is in the back bag of the current leadership. Everywhere you go, that the office there. I mean, we are professional people. This is a white collar job we are doing. So we need a place to call our home. So I mean, and we promise that in the first 100 days, without saying we're going to build a place from scratch. No. Even if that place will rent, but we need to have a place that will call our home.
Yeah, so I just want you to be very, very clear, very clear, very concise about it. About this. Let me just get done with Webster. So you are saying under your leadership, the RAL is going to construct its own headquarters.
No, I don't want.
In 3 years.
No, I don't know.
Or you are saying that under your leadership, the RAL is going to secure a headquarter by renting in 3 years.
Yes, I mean the time is short. We know our model body. Yeah, how long it even taking them to have a constructed headquarter? No, we are saying we'll have a place that we'll call our own. We're not saying we're going to build from scratch. No, we're going to have a place that we'll call our own. Another thing, we talk about our member. We're going to have a complete membership database. Listen, we are going to election and we don't know who are the people who are going to vote. People sending article, somebody can go to and sit anywhere and just bring multiple articles and just give it up. People send an article. I mean, we need to have our database where we'll know our own. We'll know how many reporters are in Nima, how many reporters in Lofa, how many reporters across the country. We need to do that. We need to do that. It's important. It's important. I mean, you don't run organization where you don't know your member. It's important. And with the emergence of new media, every day people come in the feed, they are reporter. No, because when it comes to protection, we want to protect our own. Obviously, we will protect our own. So,
okay. Yeah. So the same question goes to your VP. I've been seeing you wanting to apparently buttress your president.
I want to provide the simplest answer so that those who are listening can understand that we present a manifesto that seek to address their needs. So the first thing we want to do, we want to rebrand RAL. We want to rebrand RAL. We want to have an office space. We want to decentralize RAL activities. We want to do capacity building. If we have the luxury of time, I can go through them. So let's start with the issue of office space. Currently, RAL is using the PUL office as a contemporary office space, which we do not like. I think we are one of the second largest.
Temporary.
Yes, temporary. So we are one of the second largest auxiliary group. So we should have our own space where we can sit, put pen to paper and discuss issues confronting journalists. I think that there have not been a space. That's why you see the institution has been the way it is today. Next, we want to decentralize, right, in the sense of we want to establish a leadership in all of the 15 counties. The heads of that county will be the lead journalist of that county. He's going to supersede all activities in that county, and he's going to report back to us monthly. And after that, we intend to have an annual conference where all journalists from across the county will come. We sit on the table, put our problems, and then we ask them, how can we solve these problems? We come together with one vision, and then we discuss way forward. They go back into the county to implement. Now, capacity building, this is one of the crucial ones, and my attention has been drawn to this. Let me be clear to you. We take journalists from here, other institutions take journalists from here, send them out of the country for sometimes 1 year, sometimes 6 week practice. When they come back, they don't give back to the society. We do not intend to do that. What we intend to do is to lobby. We'll use the president connection. We'll lobby for scholarship. And then the reporter who will benefit those scholarships are going to come on the table and sign a memorandum of understanding. So when we send you and you spend the 1 year there, when you come back, you will say, okay, we will work for you. Meaning you will be here, we'll find our space, and then we'll be collecting journalists from all across the globe and say, my man, you go there for a 6-month training. So you are giving back to the reporters. We have a lot of capacity building strategy we intend to do so that it can affect the reporter. But all we need now is their vote. And I tell you, no lie, the one who are presenting a platform talking about audit, obviously we will have an audit. No way we'll say we'll dodge audit. I can be frank with you. When we take office, Willie is going to take over all documents, financial documents. We're going to scrutinize those documents. That document will be published for public glance. And once they see it and they select or pinpoint something and say, no, this document is flawed, we'll go by and establish an audit committee. We'll go through the process. But I don't think it's necessary for all to be flying around on radio stations saying, we'll audit with it. That is not a message now. The message is we seek to bring institutional change and transformational change to RAD.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of time. It's already 1 minute on the flip side of 10 o'clock. So let's just try to wrap up everything here. Let's look at the welfare of journalists. How do you hope to help address this particular situation? We see that journalists, reporters, particularly, are underpaid at various media institutions. At least for some of them, they are unpaid. Some of them take home $75, $100, which is very infinite testament to the problems, the domestic problems that they have. That amount can resolve those problems. So how do you, as an association of reporters across the country, how do you hope to address this? I know you don't have the financial might or the financial potency to address it, but as head of the Reporters Association, what are some things or mechanisms or modalities you hope to put into place to help address this situation, Mr. President Jakani?
So thank you so much. When it comes to welfare, we have serious things on our plate. When it comes to salary, I can say for sure we will work with PEL because PEL is our mother body, and some of those things we'll have to hear from them. Some of the things we'll have to partner with them. Yeah, because the issue reporter facing not just squarely about pay rise.
The PEL has been in existence for several years now, and these issues have persisted. Do you think the PEL is actually concerned about these issues? And if they were concerned, don't you think by this time, they've been able to address some of these issues?
Yes, they only need a robust reporter association leadership to push them. And we will engage the leadership. It's our mother body. We engage the leadership. PEL responsible, even down to us. We are the leader. Who will be the leader of RAL? So we will engage them, and they will see to it that we mean well. And we we will solve some of the issues. Some of the issues are not just squarely about pay rise. Some of the issues are capacity building. Some of the issues are protection. Like we intend to organize the reporter advocacy network. That is to say, we have some of our former reporter who now are in a legal profession. Some of them are lawyer. I mean, we decided to form a group where we will be reaching up to them in terms of quick response, because many of times when reporter do their report, people get to be injured, feels to be injured by the reporter report. And so, I mean, issue of court process and a lot more bullying, other things. So we will work with our former reporter, like I can name them Avani Roger, Avasepeni. I mean, Sam Wafala, and a lot more. Now these guys are loyal. Yeah. So we'll work with them to see how best we can have a quick response in a case where any of our reporter will be taken to court. My PL can do that, but PL most of the time they will be dragging their feet. So in that instance, we will work speedily to see how best we can put things under control to avoid our reporter from going beyond bad.
Okay, and this issue of let me put it this way. There are a lot of reporters nowadays, and that is attributable to the proliferation of radio stations across the country. Some of those reporters are actually passionate reporters. They have the profession on mind. But then there are others who just see the profession as a stepping stone. They just venture into the profession maybe to get deliberate, and those are people who kind of portray the profession negatively. Those are people who see most of them running behind politicians for money, fighting for money, and all of that. So under your presidency, how do you hope to address this issue to prevent just anybody coming into the profession and portraying the profession negatively, anybody just claiming to be a reporter and venturing into the profession and, just undermining the true essence of reporters or true essence of journalism?
So I said this the last time when I appeared, and this thing happened as a result of the lack of training. Yeah, lack of capacity building. I'm a reporter too, but you see me fighting for money. Engaging in a type of action, and so a reporter needs training. And so when we have reporter going for a basic training, regular training, you will find some of the things will not be happening because they will have that self-esteem. They will know themselves. Some of the guys, they call it. They don't feel they can't excuse that business they can make. They know that it's a job that we chose to do. We got to sacrifice. Yeah. So it's a work kind of job, but it's something that we got to sacrifice. And that's something that will be like somebody owing us money, and we got to pressurize and give them money.
Do you think there should be this criteria, there should be this benchmark before anybody becoming a reporter? Like, for example, in other professions like the nursing profession, nobody will just walk out of the blue and then just say, I'm a nurse. There are criteria you have to pass through. You must either graduate from a medical school, and of course, you must have gotten some form of license before being qualified to practice nursing in the country. Do you think such criteria should be applicable to journalism, or particularly reporters?
For reporter, we will get there. There's a gradual process. We will get there, but as first, we want to have our database. We want to know who are our members. When we try to spotlight our members, some of the guys, we will be appreciating them. And if you in a fee and you see with raining praises on another member, you yourself will try to put yourself in a better position. I mean, to give you a better name. So this thing is that we're not going to just take it. I mean, holistically, we're going to deal with it step by step. But the first thing, we need to start engaging the brother, conscientizing the brother that, oh, this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. I mean, time in, things will change. We know. I mean,
okay. Quickly, the same question goes to
so
you.
I would like to start with the issue of welfare.
And let's try to be succinct now because we are already out of time. You see the opportunity announced already.
First and foremost, besides the issue of salary, there are a lot of things confronting journalists across the country. And we're going to set up a welfare committee who's going to look into every other penny of the discussion and come up with the solution. So that will address it. Next, I guess you talk about the issue of reporters' behavior in the field. You see, I will start with what the chairman said. We intend to address everything bit by bit so that we can get caught up in fighting to address everything. So we start with the office issue when it's addressed. We establish counter leadership. When we get to that point, do you know what we'll be doing? We'll be having conversation with the PUL and other PRs around here. We're going to craft a policy wherein there will be a disciplinary action. When we take action on one person, once you are a reporter, you go in the field, obviously you know that you have to stand by your code and ethics. You will not go. And the issue of licensing, I think PUL brought that up. We intend to consider that. You can have a random reporters, people just claiming to be reporters and all in the field, extracting money and supporting the name of journalism. We intend to revamp this institution, and it will also consider that.
Thank you. Let's take about 3 calls here. We have this person in line. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Good morning, Yegesi, and good morning to our Kennedy studio. My name is Strokon Flammer, and I call particularly from my office here in Singapore. It is good, but to just clarify that nobody was disqualified as you insinuated earlier. No, wherever such news is coming from is grossly malicious.
Did I say somebody was disqualified?
Yeah, you said someone was disqualified by the election.
Oh, okay, that is you, right?
Wester has been prepared ever since he was born to lead reporters in this country. Wester is a man with integrity, with dignity, and he has returned to lead the same way he has done over the years at the Mega Reporters Network and throughout the country.
Okay,
we want to challenge, quickly. We want to challenge our colleagues on the other side. Let them make public their credentials. These are criminals who are wanting to take over the Reporters Association, and we will not like that.
Thank you, Choco. Let's talk to this person quickly. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, my name is Joseph Sally, and I'm the chairman of the Majority Black of Reporter Association.
Yeah, please go ahead. The Reporter Association get Majority Black in our
Webstock and Kra and the team for a brilliant presentation. And we believe that when elected as president, vice president, RAL going to have another face of integrity. That's why we want to, we continue to say that we need to rebrand RAL. Bear in mind, we know we are receiving information that the EC want to bring non-reporters, people who are non-journalists, who will come and do the registration and back the process with flaws. And we want to say this particularly clear here as the chairman of the biggest Majority Black of the Reporter Association. Any attempt for these guys to mark the process with flaws, there will be a resistance.
Thank you.
There will be a resistance.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person quick before we leave. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Yes, hello, Yagesi.
Good morning. Let's hear you out.
This is Anthony Jeffan, the chair for Chimbakwe.
Yeah, Anthony, go ahead quickly. I gave you 30 seconds.
Yeah, thank you. It's good that you have the guys on the radio to continue to market their ignorance when it comes to leadership, especially the issues facing reporters in the country. Yesterday, I listened to the colleagues when Kra were even positioning the Reporters Association as the second largest institution or auxiliary in the PUL. How can we give responsibility to a man who doesn't know where the institution is positioned? It's unfortunate. Even the men who want to be president, I listen to the chairman on the other side talking about bringing credentials. We have a committee that qualify everybody. So if the man is not qualified, if he's a senior student, I don't think the election committee will qualify him. It's unfortunate.
Okay.
Even
But the folks are saying, hello, the folks are saying, what can your contestant, just publicize his ID number? What's wrong with that? Is there anything wrong?
ID number is not for the public. His ID number is not for the public.
I mean, just to satisfy the concern of those who you are seeking their votes.
Yeah. Western claimed to have graduated since 2019. He went to the verification and carried receipt. He did not carry degree.
Okay, probably
to publish their ID number.
Okay.
ID number, that public information. Let him go to the committee and ask for the main credential. They will give it to him.
Okay. Well, for me, I don't see anything wrong with giving out ID number. But thank you very much.
He was flogged recently at the Foreign Service Institute.
Thank you very much, Webster. In 5 seconds, your concluding statement.
It's so laughable to hear Japan struggling. I mean, Japan is part of people who don't got ID number, so you always talk about it. Yeah, but I can call my ID number here. You check it up, 2019 graduate.
But you graduated since 2019 from
Universal Liberia.
You haven't been able to get your degree?
Why?
Your diploma?
For what? I mean, I just fake. I mean, how is that possible?
Okay.
Every necessary information.
It's not true that it is a receipt that you took?
What kind of receipt?
Okay. So you actually presented your diploma?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I got picture to effect, all the things. So I mean, we told the company, give your ID number. Say, I mean, it's a public thing. You come into leadership, you gotta be clear.
Okay.
You can't be hiding things when you come into leadership. No. Yeah. So tell the company, I mean, make it clear he's standing.
Okay.
I mean,
let's hear from your boss.
So Jeff Fine, I don't know how you call him, whether that is his name, but the young man is talking about us marketing our ignorance in the sense that we don't know the position of the institution, and he refused to even call the position of the institution. And I think he's the one who is marketing his ignorance. Is it all true?
So he said you did refer to the RAL as the second largest auxiliary. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So it's the RAL the second largest?
Under the PUL, the PUL is the biggest.
The PUL is the umbrella organization.
So
it's not an auxiliary.
So in that sense, then RAL becomes the first. But PUL is the first. PUL is the lead institution.
No, but here we are talking about auxiliaries. We are not talking. So the PUL is the mother organization.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say RAL is the second largest auxiliary, then what's the first largest auxiliary?
So let me get something straight. Okay. We're looking at PUL being the first because they control all effects of the
PUL is not auxiliary.
So I'm coming.
And I continue to say that.
I'm coming. The PUL, after the PUL, you have RAL, who also controls reporters' affairs.
RAL is an auxiliary. The PUL is that's the distinction you need to know. RAL is an auxiliary, and the PUL is the mother organization. So the RAL and other media groupings, they all fall on the PUL.
My point here is this young man has been marketing his ignorance since the beginning of this entire campaign.
Okay,
there have been a lot of propagandas.
We have to go, folks. That's all the time we have to be here on this edition of the show. Thanks to the contestant Webster and his entire team. I wish you guys success. Whoever wins is going to definitely lead the RAL. So thank you very much. It's been a wonderful time. Those of you who called in and made your contributions, thank you very much. My name is Yekezi Zobel. Tomorrow, Emmanuel David and Supreme Lady will be here to take you through until Friday. Bye-bye.